I've not always been the best at school. I actually am diagnosed with ADHD, so that has made it difficult. I had some mental health issues in the past that made it difficult for me actually to attend school, and my attendance was super bad. Back like 7th, 6th grade, I wasn't exactly your best student, and school was hard, and just talking to kids was hard. I didn't have that many friends, and I remember just really wanting more friends and better grades, and I think that really was part of what motivated me. My original impression of AVID was that it was basically like a study hall and you did a lot of homework, and I was a little bit surprised when I found out that it was just a lot more than that, because I joined AVID in middle school and we were talking so much about college and your future when I was 12 years old and in 7th grade, But I've come to love it, and over the years, it's been a really major tool for me. It just keeps me held accountable for my grades, for the way I conduct myself in school. My 8th grade teacher, J.D. Monget, he was my social studies teacher and AVID teacher, and he just really connected with his students. He just kind of gave us like real talks about high school is gonna be harder. You gotta do this, don't skip class, do that. And that really helped me a lot. And I just say he helped everybody gain confidence, and he would do these public speaking activities where you'd have a side and then you would have to debate about it for a class period. And that honestly, doing those a lot like kind of helps me think like, oh yeah, I have a voice that matters and I can say things. And I've learned that I can be good at school, I can be ready for college, I really have a future, AVID just really turned things around for me, and I feel like when I step out into the world, I'm really gonna have all the skills and tools, and that's thanks to AVID.
I'd first like to give a massive welcome to everybody here. It is such an honor to be here with you all today. Marcus Garvey once said, "The pen is mightier than the sword, but the tongue is mightier than them both put together." And I believe that to be true. Our voices and our words are superpowers. We all possess this power, but not all of us realize how much change we can create, how much impact our voices have. My name's Harper Pillari, and I have been an AVID student for the past 3 years. I, like many, have not always been good at using my voice. But once I realized the impact that my voice has, with the help of AVID, my teachers, and my parents and peers, my life changed forever, and my dreams and goals became closer to a reality. During elementary and early middle school, I kept to myself, always hidden away in my room with my nose in a book. I was often described by my peers as weird, and due to that, my social life wasn't always easy. Other kids would constantly harass me, call me names, throw things at me, and make fun of the way I dressed and my unruly, unbrushed mop of hair. The fury and vitriol I received from my own peers for simply being myself was soul-crushing. But even after all that torment, I rarely stood up for myself. I let it happen. Instead of making an effort to stop this bullying and cruelty, I ran away from it. I, like countless others across the world, was unaware of the power of my voice and clueless on how to advocate or stand up for myself. This pattern of me being silent when issues in my world and personal life arose kept repeating, and it seeped into my education. My grades were declining, and I didn't know how to improve them. Then one day, mid-February during the 4th period, that changed. Me and my teacher, Miss McKay, were reviewing grades during AVID, as grade checks were a routine custom. She was quizzing me about my low C in science, and my only response was that I was clueless on how to bring it up. Then, she instructed me to go talk to my teacher and advocate for myself. This may seem like a very obvious answer to my problem, but for me, I'd never even considered it. The idea that I could change my grade or start on the path to improving it by simply speaking up for myself was a foreign concept to me. Beyond that, talking to teachers and people in authority was nerve-wracking. But nevertheless, I faced my fears and went to talk to him. This turned out to be incredibly helpful, and I left the classroom feeling more confident about my grade. The simple conversation also gave me an epiphany, that if I could just use my voice to change my grade, I can also use it to change other parts of my life. That if I just speak up, my life could improve in many more ways than just my grades. I continued to use my voice, and I found an incredible outlet through a program called Public Achievement. Public Achievement is a program through CU Boulder that partners with AVID, and its mission is to empower youth to implement positive change locally and globally. Throughout my 3 years in public achievement so far, my main focus has been the climate crisis. After I had my realization, my interest grew for this program, and with the support of the college kids who had dedicated their time to helping us make a difference, and the AVID teachers and staff, my 7th grade public achievement group officially made my middle school a Green Star school. Public achievement was a vital component in helping me to learn to use my voice more. And inspired by this program, I also spoke out against gun violence at my local city council meeting in front of the mayor of my town, who would later end up being my 8th grade AVID teacher, J.D. Monget, who pushed me to use my voice even more. Without this great superpower, I would be unable to be where I am today. I would still be a bullied, quiet kid with low self-esteem and average grades. AVID helped build my self-confidence and find my voice. This was my experience in 8th grade, and I've now taken these skills into my high school, where I can talk to my teachers more confidently and feel like I have a voice. Our words are the most powerful tools we possess. The human voice is a potent weapon that can make change. Small, like simply changing your grade, or massive, like changing countries and altering the world. We've seen it happen countless times over history. The Gettysburg Address, Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, Eleanor Roosevelt's address to the United Nations on the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, Patrick Henry's speech at the Second Virginia Convention. All of these, just words jumbled together, but they inspired people and altered the world and the nation. Therefore, I encourage everyone here to use this amazing superpower. I'm Harper Pillari, and you're definitely going to be hearing more from me in the future. Thank you.